Hey guys, how's it going? It is your boy, Big Blue Drew 97 here, coming at you with another manga reaction, this time to JUJUTSU Kaisen, chapter 142. And if you remember when we left off last chapter, Itadori died, again, by Yuta, and we ended the chapter off with something that I didn't realize until later on, with Choso basically saying that, yeah, he's the oldest brother of 10 brothers, which is something that I didn't realize until after I read that. I'm like, he has 10 brothers, so there are potentially 6 other brothers that we could see from Choso's lineage, most likely other curses, because we already know 3 of them, including 4 including himself, if you add Itadori to it, and if not, there's 7. But we may get more information about that in this chapter. We may not. We just may get Choso fighting Namasa in this chapter. If Naoya, whatever. I don't really care about him that much, so to remember his name, Naoya. But yeah, we're gonna get right into the chapter. Before we do it, I'd like to ask you, if you haven't done so, to subscribe to my channel if you like these type of reactions to manga each week. I try to do a few of them on Sunday to some popular Shonen Jump titles. So if you like it, leave a like, leave a comment down below, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel. Without the way, let's get right into the chapter. So we have JUJUTSU Kaisen, a big brother's back. And we're starting off with Choso saying, I'm the oldest of 10 siblings. See, yeah, we got a reminder of that because, like I said, I did not realize that last chapter, and that puts up like many different implications. Like, there are a lot of implications in this new arc for JUJUTSU Kaisen. Itadori's potential father, that he potentially has like 6 other brothers. Like, we're getting more into it. But now we have basically Choso or Neo basically going in and having a conversation. Neo's like, that's no answer. I'm asking about your curse technique and toughness. And now he's charging at Choso. And let's see. Oh wow, this is really cool. Choso is able to like somewhat see where he's going, and it's like, okay, he adjusted to me. Flowing red scale. He's focusing that technique in his extraocular muscles. Gosh, I can't read. To raise his dynamic visual acuity. Gosh, these are some big words. But unfortunately, Choso wasn't fast enough, and it's like, too bad for you. But I always act on the assumption that you'll counter. As he like punches Choso into the wall, it's like, ugh. As he begins to plead, and it's like, since you're a pain in the ass, I thought it's best to use this weapon. Oh, so he didn't just punch him, he sliced into him on the side. And it's like, you've got blood manipulation, so stopping bleeding is your forte. But how long can you last against me while paying attention to that? You're well prepared. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think this entire chapter just could be focused on this fight, which is okay, cool. As we have now, just like, honestly, it isn't cool for a sorcerer to walk around with a weapon to keep it secret. Those who wield weapons are dependent on them to win, and there are a lot of sorcerers who carry them around. The way my older brothers show them off is pathetic. I'm amazed at how they complained about Toji. So you hate your brothers? Yes, that's right. There's no point to big brothers who are inferior to their little brothers. They should hang themselves and die. Oh wow, so we're gonna have a brother versus brother moment. And now we're gonna have Choso basically going to like tell him off about being a brother. Alright, that's cool. But maybe it's because of them that you are who you are. And he's like, what? What are you talking about? Did you say something nauseating? How absurd. Whether they're superior or inferior, older brothers are role models for their younger brothers. If the older brother takes the wrong path, the younger brothers can't avoid it. And if I take the right path, my little brothers can follow behind. What if you're strong because your older brothers are weak? You asked why I'm tough. I'll tell you, it's because it's because I didn't have someone to guide me, so I kept making mistakes. Nonetheless, I must walk ahead of my little brothers. That's why I'm strong. And now he's releasing a lot of blood out of his body. As you have Neo, who's like, what's he doing? How can he bleed that much and live? Death paintings have mixed blood with cursed spirits and humans. They have a special constructive capability of converting cursed energy into blood. As long as they have cursed energy, they won't die of blood loss. Ooh, that's interesting. And now I was like, crap, he forced me away and I lost sight of him because of the massive amount of blood. And now because of that, Choso is about to get hit by most likely Neo Masa's Neo's about to be hit by Choso's attack, and Neo's like, what a slow attack. He must be dying from blood loss after all. Nope, he's planning a sneak attack. Unfortunately. Oh wait, did he miss? Oh no, so what Choso does, he shoots out like the black arrow dart. I think it gets deflected by Neo, or he misses, or it gets reflected by a wall, and he's like, I can't let that touch me. And it kind of touches Neo's foot, but as soon as it does that, Choso comes in for a kick. And now I think Neo is covered in blood, at least from his legs. And he's like, my legs feel heavy. Is he controlling the blood stains on my Hakama? Ooh, it's like, you know what's coming next. This is checkmate. You sure? My cursed technique traces movement at 24 FPS, so it's no problem for me to move despite being in this bind. Go on, try it. Okay. Alright, that explains how he was able to hit Choso and why he appeared as a screen, because he said he traces movements in 24 FPS. That's so weird. Just hear that. Just hear that. My curse technique traces movements at 24 FPS. That is something you would have never heard from a shonen manga in the early 2000s. Heck, I barely know what FPS are. I know it means frames per second, but it's weird to have like an ability based off that. And that's not the only one we've seen in the series. This is like the second one we've seen that like acts like on video, so that's really cool. Okay, yeah. Jujutsu Kaisen has like really cool, like different like curse techniques that like probably would have never existed if it wasn't for the fact that it's in modern times. So that's really cool. And now we have Neo like, why? This move was a Choso original. Isn't he releasing his attack? Born of Choso, holding his own curse technique for 150 years. Oh, supernova. Sorry, but you don't love your brothers, and I can't understand that. Oh, he basically like almost like channels the blood into like one spot on his hand, and then instead of like shooting it out, he, from what I'm understanding, he like releases his hand, the blood comes spurting out, and then like just explodes. Like basically he calls it supernova, but it's more like shotgun shells going through Neo's body. Dang. Oh gosh. And as soon as like he defeats Neo, you have Yuta come in. It's like, what? It just knocks him out. Oh yeah, his name is Naoya. And it's like, oh, looks like you're hurt, Naoya. As the chapter ends, and we see that Yuta is carrying Yuji's deceased body behind him, supposedly. So you know. What's going... Wait, does this mean that he defeated Sukuna? Is that what this is inferring? I don't think that's what it's inferring. I think Sukuna is eventually going to come out, but like... Oh, this is interesting. Unfortunately, the fight has already ended, so most likely, if anything that's going to happen, like if next chapter, obviously something's going to happen with Itadori, he may wake up, Choso may be taken down completely, and then we may have Fujigumo Megumi come in to try and rescue Itadori, or even attempt to fight off Yuta because he killed his friend. So a lot of things could be happening next chapter, and luckily enough we are on our break, so we'll be able to do my reaction next chapter. So yeah, I really like this chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen. It was a lot of action, obviously, and we focused on Naoya and Choso and how like they view being a brother, which, if you didn't know, I'm also a brother, older brother, so I can understand that. I can understand Choso's like decisions and like how he becomes brother, and I think that's really cool. Just seeing like, I'm trying to think. I don't know if we see a whole lot of just like brothers associated with like the main characters a whole lot, especially older brothers. So it's really cool to just see like that type of dynamic in Jujutsu Kaisen. So yeah, really like this chapter. Hopefully you enjoyed this chapter as well. Hopefully you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, do all that cool jazz, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you in my next video. So goodbye for now.